Speaking 26. Question 1. Pharmacists. Some people prefer to write using paper and a pen. Others prefer to produce text by typing on their computer or on their electronic device. Which do you prefer? Explain why. 15 seconds to prepare. Begin preparing now. Time. 45 seconds to speak. Begin speaking now. Time. 45 seconds for me to answer. I will begin now. I prefer to write using paper and a pen. This is probably because of years of conditioning as a young student. When I was a young student in school, electronic devices and computers were not as widespread as they are today. So for me, the process of writing, I feel my mind engaging more and myself more easily producing written thoughts when I have a pen in my hand. It's sort of like when the rubber meets the road. It feels real when ink is being applied to paper. I don't get the same feeling with my fingertips on a keyboard. However, if I had been born and grew up at a different generation, maybe I would. Time. Okay, guys, pharmacists who need 26 on the speaking section, here's some good advice that has come from meetings from earlier this week. I was working with somebody and he said this. Aaron, in your answers, I've noticed that in the middle of your answer, in the middle of a sentence, you will fix your own sentences. And what he meant is, I might start a sentence, go 2 or 3 words forward, realize that I can say something and want to say something better. So then I'll go back those 2 or 3 words and restart the sentence. He said, I like that you do that in your answers, but Aaron, am worried about doing that because I feel like I'll lose points if I do that. I feel like if I go back, they're gonna, minus 1 point. And I said, okay, it might be minus 1 point if I have to go back a few words and restart my sentence. But so be it. I will choose to do that because the net gain, the total pluses and minuses, will still be a positive net effect. Here's what I mean. If I choose to go back 2 or 3 sentences in order to restructure my sentence, it's because I know that I'm going to be able to carry more speaking momentum forward. I'm going to be more confident in my delivery and more forceful in my progression of ideas. So when you guys practice on your own, maybe this mindset will help. I've never given a perfect answer. Even when I try to do it for you guys and I'll record an answer 10 times before I upload it and give it to you, it's never perfect. So in practicing so much, I've accepted that. Aaron, you're always going to make 1 or 2 small mistakes. Since I've accepted that, maybe you haven't fully consciously thought of that yourself, but since I've accepted that, I have no problem going back 2 or 3 words and starting off a sentence again because I know it's going to be stronger. If you have the confidence in your own fluency to do the same, I encourage you to start practicing that way. Minus 1 point? Sure, but plus 3 points for what you produce after that, after you rebalance yourself and move forward in a stronger way. Get your 26 on the speaking section.
When I read about the TOEFL exam, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, okay, you know, straightforward thing. It's an English exam. How difficult can it be?
The pharmacy board needs specifically 26 in speaking.
This helped me in passing my TOEFL exam. Erin helped me to pass and get 26.
Erin, actually, any words will not be enough. But really, I'm very thankful.
26 in speaking, and I finally got it, and I'm so excited to get to the next step in my pharmacist license.
Look at my accent, look at people who got 26. So just surround yourself with people who motivate you.
Look, I passed. That bit that's missing is probably the most important bit to get you to 26.
Yes.
And that's the bit where Aaron, I felt, helped me realize where I was going wrong. And that bit where I was going wrong, I think it goes for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you speak English is your first language or not. That bit that was missing is something everyone really needs to understand in order to get that 26.
Once you are in the level that you need to become advanced in order to get the 26, you need to get rid of the templates.
Template will hinder your ability to deliver the question, because it shows that you are reading something, or you are not speaking, you are reading.
I was using completely different template or different way. I started to apply your way, and once I started to practice your way, oh, it's easy for me.
That was really good for me. It really helps me, because with this in my mind, I could speak faster, and because I was confident.
It's challenging, but you know, after you pass it, the feeling of victory, it's worth it.
As English is my first language, I thought the speaking templates would be enough to get me the 26 that I needed. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I only scored a 23. Your lack of getting 26 is not due to your speaking ability. It has been due to your less than optimal strategy. Get rid of the training wheels.
The templates were like, oh my God, why did they create those templates?
Aaron, you are a big helpful for students like us. We need somebody to stir revolution in our heart inside, give life to our conversation. And this will never happen through other sites, like they have exact traditional pattern, the template, first, second, for example. Don't say, for example, the second time, for instance. Really? And like robot, I felt myself without life. I don't have the freedom to speak.
You don't have to worry that much about how can I mention 2 reasons with 2 details or 2 examples. It's too much for me. You help students to increase their fluency.
Instead of following that speaking template or any other speaking template, trust your fluency.
For the students who are taking with you, trust this guy. He's amazing. He will shift or improve your level as soon as possible.
Like this, jump my score from 23 to 26, like this. How many hours I took with you? 5. Look at this. 5 hours in 2 weeks. I passed my test.
I hope you keep inspiring and helping more pharmacists and more other students to achieve their goal and become professionals here in the United States.
If I had just found you earlier.
For people who's really, they have concern and they need to do it very fast, go to the original, the source of help.
Go to Aaron. He's the guy. He was the guy for me, and hopefully he's the guy for you. And he'll set you straight. He'll tell you what you need to do to get that 26.